We're going to talk about things you can do to help keep your birds safe from predators in your backyard when you let them free range, and also in their coop. So the first thing, you have every kind of predator, even in the city. Don't think because you live in the city that you don't have so many. We live in the city, we have fox, coyote, raccoon, hawk, eagle, possum, just about everything you could imagine. And of course everything likes little chickens, and of course if something happens it's going to be to your favorite one. So the first thing you can do is, most predators, quite a few of them are nocturnal. So if you don't let your chickens out first thing in the morning at the crack of dawn when animals are still looking for their dinner or whatever, that helps a lot. So I wait a little bit later till maybe 9 o'clock or so, and then I'll let my birds out. And the same thing at night, you want to lock your birds up before it gets dark. And then you'll avoid a lot of things like the raccoon and possum and stuff, and fox and coyote who come out during those times looking for a meal. And then the next thing, you want to have a good solid coop. Which this is great, it's nice and strong, except for the problem is raccoons also like chicken, and they will reach right through chicken wire, cattle fence, and they will cheese grate your birds through the fence. And it doesn't matter if you have nice safe spots in your coop for your chickens to roost with fancy things, and your chickens will roost in the one spot in the far end where the raccoon can reach through. I've seen it happen too many times, it's horrible. So any place a predator could reach through, you want to have wire mesh like this. This will also keep out rats and snakes and other things that could be a problem with your babies that you just don't even want in there. You don't want to feed rats and have them reproducing. You'll end up with a nightmare. So if you're building your coop, just go ahead and add wire mesh on top of whatever you're doing. It won't hurt to have several layers. Rats and snakes are actually a big problem with baby chicks. So your wire mesh will keep them out, because rats will follow your baby chicks along and keep biting at their back end until they kill them. And they'll eat out their insides. It's horrible. So if you have babies, especially important to have wire mesh everywhere on your coop. If the rat can fit their head through a hole, they can get in. Birds are pretty good about watching for sky predators, and they're going to sound the alarm and run for cover as soon as they see one. You need to make sure you have places they can hide. Bushes are great, trees. They just need a place they can quickly run for cover when the predators show up during the day, and they'll avoid most of them. Raccoons love to dig, and will easily tunnel into your coop and get your birds. So the other thing that's important to do is take any kind of wire that's strong enough to keep a raccoon from ripping it, and you're going to either make a wire skirt around the coop like a foot or so wide, or you can vary it straight down. Either one works. And then the raccoon will try and dig at the edge of the coop, and he'll be confused and he won't be able to get in. Make sure you go all the way around your coop with that, because they will find the one spot that you don't. And the last thing, even responsible dog owners, your dogs get loose once in a while. It's happened to us. We've had neighbors' dogs get loose. I mean, it just happens. Good fences make good neighbors. So I think it's important to have a fenced area for your birds to free range in, just to protect them from dogs, neighborhood dogs and things, and just keep good relations with your neighbors, because it's going to happen. It's just going to happen, and everything likes chicken. Your neighbor's dog will eat your chicken. So to keep your chickens from jumping your fence, they're pretty good about staying in, but your young birds especially love to explore and things. And this top rail, if you have chain link fence like this, is a great place for them to jump up on and roost and then get over the fence. So just adding a little bit of extra fencing on the top, and I just used old tent stakes and whatever you have, chicken wire, this is some wire I just had around, on the top of your fence works great for keeping them in, because they can't jump up on top and roost and then go over. Very easy to do, inexpensive, and it'll help keep dogs out and your chickens in. If you can do all of these things, you're going to greatly reduce the risk of your birds something happening to them by a predator. These are all the things I do, and I very rarely, if ever, lose a bird to a predator. Hope that helps.